released in Europe on October 14th, 1999. It was the last console ever to be released by Sega, I believe. But still, it only had a short lifespan. It started selling in 1999 in Europe, but it stopped sales after 2002 in October, because Sega wanted to focus on software, not consoles anymore. So we're going to have a little review of the Sega itself, the hardware, the console, and most important of all, the controller, because this is a weird little controller with a little screen that detaches, which is also a memory card. Weird. So, what makes the Dreamcast great? Well, it was released in the era after the PlayStation 1, which makes it the 6th generation in gaming, which is also known as the 128-bit, I think. It was released alongside the Sony PlayStation 2, the Microsoft Xbox, and the Nintendo GameCube, which, as you know, are all brilliant sellers. Now, the best game sold for the game for Dreamcast was this, Sonic Adventure, which sold over 2.5 million copies as of June 2006. It was also the first console to feature an Ethernet port before the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, which allowed for online gaming, and one of the first consoles to able to send email through SegaNet and Dream Arena. So let's have a look, see what it's like on the TV. Now, if we start the console up, the controller and the memory cards makes a very high pitched noise, and then it comes on the screen in the usual Dreamcast way. So let's see that. Your high pitched noise, and then your Dreamcast start screen, which is your blue spiral. Now, an interesting thing about that blue spiral, in America it was red in the NTSC regions, but in Europe it was blue because there's a German company, which I have forgot the name of, but they used a German company called Tivoli, who already used the orange swirl as a logo, so they didn't want any trademark or marketing copyright, so they used the blue one. Now, as you can see, there are 4 options. You've got File, which reads the cartridge in the back of the console, and it shows you what games you got saved. You got Play, for when you do have a disc in it, a bit like the GameCube. You have Settings, which is time, date, sound, and other. Basically English, and then you got your date and time. You got your sound, which you want stereo, mono, or cancel. And then you got music. As well as the PlayStation 1, you'll know it's a CD player as well. So is this. So if I insert a CD, into my console, shut the lid. Now it's noticed there's a CD in there, because games were on CD back then, which also saved costs for Sega, seeing how the PlayStation 2 ones were on DVD. Now it knows there's a CD in there, so if you click play, it'll play your CD. My favourite song in the world. It'll play it. So it is a good fancy little console. Now, because it's such a nifty little console, I don't see why it was cancelled so soon. I mean, the sales weren't the best, I agree. But even in Japan, where Sega's headquarters actually were, they carried on selling the system until 2006, and then cancelled it, whereas here and America cancelled in 2001, 2002. It's a great little console to play, but there was a crash with Dreamcast, which meant that hackers got into the system and made their own homebrew games and could download them off the internet with the invention of it. So that means they could copy their own games onto their own CDs, seeing how there was CD and there wasn't that much security protection on CDs and 700 megabytes. Play them on the console and have their own games, basically. So Sega released another one and a few more versions to counteract the piracy and not allow to be chipped or played home games, shall we say. Now, don't know what else to say on the console apart from it's a great little console. I mean, you got online gaming, emails, you got your little screen in your pad, which doesn't show much at the moment because the camera's too dark, but at the moment it's a little game controller showing you're on the main screen. And say if we do put a game in the console, like so, just pop that in there. It notices there's a fucking disc in there. After scanning and the console working hard, and there you go, straight onto the game. It works kind of like a computer, I'd say. It comes up in there what game you're playing, if you can see. That should say GTA 2. The graphics weren't the best in the world, but at the same time they were doable. They were good to play and good overall graphics. I mean, I actually feel like I'm playing a PlayStation 2 because they are alright graphics. Now, I'm not reviewing this game, I'm actually reviewing the console itself. I'm trying to show you what it's like. Trying to show you what gaming's like on the Dreamcast. I only received this today, so I don't know much about it. Apart from you got A, X, Y, and B, a bit like the Nintendo. So you use A to go forward, B to go back, X and Y don't do anything. You turn with the analog. So left makes farts and sounds. So yeah, anyway, this is just to check out the console. For £17, I think it's an absolute bargain, I reckon. So, thanks for watching. I've had a quick review of the console. My friend Jordan Good, you know him from Jordan GV, is coming over in about 5 minutes. Yes, it is midnight. Yeah, he's coming over in about 5 minutes. He's just having some stuff done at home and sorting out some stuff, and he'll come over and we will review Crazy Taxi for you. So thanks for watching and check you later. Like, comment, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. Just have a great time and stay retro.